Welcome to our last workshop in May, the Mental Health Month, like you know. Today we get insights of the topic motivation, our fourth and last topic. Welcome to our mental trainer Sébastien Dahmen again. And I hand over, so let's go.
Thank you, Lisa, for having me here. I'm Sebastian. I'm a teacher for mental health and fitness, a mental trainer. And today we're gonna talk about motivation. This will take 20 minutes and you just need a piece of paper and a pen for this, so that you can follow the exercise wherever you are. Okay, at first, what is motivation? Motivation is the amount of energy you are willing to put into work to achieve a goal. So it's an investment, and a lot of people think that motivation is a gift that is given, but you can create it like you want to. It's, like I said before, an investment. I will share with you this technique. A big fan of this technique is Tony Robbins, and me and myself, I am a really big fan of this too. It's a technique to reprogram your behavior to generate the motivation you want to do or you want to have. In order to do this, we have to look at ourselves as a machine, a computer, that we have been programmed all our lives with our experience. So every behavior is a result of all the experience that we did in the past. Well, one rule that we need to know to understand this, how the brain functions, is a really central one that is really affecting all our actions. And like we discussed last week, the mind is a tool that the evolution gave us to solve problems. So for this today, for the motivation, the thoughts are the first essential start. So the thoughts are created from the mind, and the thoughts create in our head pictures. These pictures create emotions, and the emotions create or generate the action. So this process you will find in every minute of your day that you have been since this lifetime now. And I give you a little example. I invite you to think of a person that you love or that you are attracted to. So by thinking of this person, you generate a picture of this person in your head. So when you concentrate on this picture will generate emotions. You will feel love or friendship or sexual arousement or other kinds of feelings. So these feelings will generate now a certain amount of action. Perhaps you want to spend the weekend with this person, or perhaps you want to send a gift, flowers or whatever. So this is the result of the thoughts you have before. And this process, as said before, is always the same. It's a rule that always works. So to understand this is essential. The action is always the result of the thoughts that we had before. Okay, now you need your sheet of paper. Lisa, you can do this as well. On the left side, you write down a thing, an action that you love to do, that you don't need motivation to do. So in my case, it would be cooking. I love cooking. I love being in the kitchen and being creative and cooking. It's a thing I love that I don't have to motivate myself. When you have wrote it down, you put it on the other side, an action, a goal you want to achieve, you want to motivate yourself to. Could be all kinds of things. In my case, I hate doing my taxes. So in my case, it would be taxes. So, and if you look at this on your sheet of paper, if I look on the left side and I think of cooking, the thoughts of thinking of cooking create a picture of me standing in the kitchen in this environment that I love. On the other side, when I think of taxes, it creates another image of me doing taxes. So if we look at ourselves as computers that we have been programmed by ourselves, by our experience, we just have to change the input. We have just to change the data that we have put into this program. To do this a bit more practical, we have to analyze these pictures of cooking or of doing taxes. And we do this with the three senses that we use most to analyze the world around us. So we have mostly five senses: taste, smell, hearing, the acoustic, visual, and sensation. Smelling and tasting are senses over these we don't get much data. We concentrate of sensation, acoustics, and visualization. So seeing, hearing, and feeling. You can do it yourself at home on your sheet of paper. We concentrate on the left side of the things that we love. So I give you my example, and you can write it down accordingly. So we start with the visual. And we always talk about the picture that we have in our heads about the action. So if I think of cooking, I see myself in my bright kitchen, a lot of light, a lot of room. Everything's organized, everything has its place, and there are a lot of colors, a lot of different vegetables, a lot of different fruits. So if you can find yourself three datas like this, that would be enough. I'll give you a second. Always think in your head about the picture that you have in mind. Okay. Next step would be we go to the acoustics. So what do we hear? In my case, I always hear chill music when I do this. Smooth, chilling in the background, not too loud. I have a lot of hard noises, putting the pots on the kitchen, the pans, a lot of kitchen tools hammering together. So really hard, loud noises. And as the third part, I have a lot of simmering cooking noises in the background, similar to the chill music. If I have 3-4 pots on the kitchen, makes a really nice surrounding sound. So the last part would be the senses. What do I feel when I look at this picture in my head of cooking? And what I feel is like I have a warm, comfy feeling in my chest. I feel very light, not really tense. I relax my muscles. I'm in the flow. I'm moving while I'm working. So I'll give you another second. Always think of the picture in your head while you think about the thing you love. Okay. On the other part, the thing you want to achieve, you want to motivate yourself. In my case, taxes. When I think of taxes, I have this picture in my head when I'm sitting at the table. It's all black and white, a lot of paper, no noise. It's boring. It's annoying. Yeah, that's basically it. It's not a really nice place to be. So if we jump from this picture back to the start, the thoughts create the pictures, create the emotions, create the action. If I think in this context about this, it's really simple, it's really natural that I love cooking because all the pictures, all the emotions, all the thoughts are positive. So the action results, it doesn't cost me energy. On the other side, if I do my taxes, the thoughts are bad, the pictures are bad, the emotions are bad. Why should I do this action? Why should I do my taxes if everything else is before is that negative? So the simple part is just now you copy paste from the left side, the thing that you love, into the right side. And we always talk about the picture that you have in your head while thinking of this action. So if we complete this, I think of my taxes now, or I copy paste the good part in the left and the right part. I think of my taxes, bright room, a lot of space. I could go to the living room to do this. I can put on chill music, and I put this in the picture I think of when I think about taxes. So I have chill music, I have a lot of hard noises. I could slam my folders a little more with more energy. I could organize everything else so it feels nice, like the moving in the kitchen. In the kitchen I have more colors. So while doing my taxes I can use colorful text pens to bring more color in this. I put music in it. I put all the feelings I have in the kitchen into the text picture. So I feel smooth, light, not heavy. I feel complete by counting the numbers together, by piling up the folders. And I create a picture of me doing my taxes, which are really similar to my cooking. So this is just the copy-paste part. When we look back at the first part, we started with, the thoughts create the pictures, create the emotions, create the action. If I think of my taxes in a positive way, I love doing my taxes. I create the picture. I remember the picture from me sitting at the taxes, a lot of colors, a lot of light, a lot of room, organized. Little music in the background. I'm in the flow. I'm just taking the sheets, the folders, everything what I need. And I put all the sensation in it. I will be motivated to do this because all the part in front is just in the right place. It became positive. Before it was negative, and we changed it, we reprogrammed in a positive way. So to end this part, you just have to remember the picture that you have created, that you have changed in order to get motivated to do this action. The only thing you have to add is the thoughts. So you can, whatever, put positive thoughts into it. I love doing my taxes. I'm looking forward to do my taxes. I'm looking forward to do the next taxes next year or whatever. Okay, with this technique you can reprogram everything you want to motivate yourself to. And the key part is just always to work with the pictures, the imagination that you have in your head when you think of this action. And that's it. Remember the picture and always think of this picture and change it by thinking of the new picture. And then you get motivated to do this. So mostly part it works like this technique. Yeah, that would be it.
So,
thank you.
Thank you very much. To sum it up, thank you for your great participation. Yes, at the end of the mental workshop series, I just want to say that basically a positive mindset is the key to a fulfilled life and to the mental health. So there is no instruction or manual which works for everyone. Everyone needs to find the right technique or the right exercises to reduce the stress, to meditate, to calm down, or to motivate yourself, like we learned in the last 4 workshops. For example, with breathing actions, with yoga, with reading books, with taking walks, or whatever you like. So, we hope that we gave you some nice impressions during these 4 workshops and helpful impressions and a little push to think about your own mental health. And your health team hopes to see you next time. So again, Cynthia, hi.
Hi. We would also like to thank our 2 coaches, Steffen Hermann, who did the first 2 workshops, and also Sebastian, who did the last 2 workshops. We really learned a lot, I think. And yes, thank you also to Marcus behind the scenes. He's our technique boy, and yes, very nice.
So hope to see you next time. Big thanks, and yes, bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.